dishonest mainstream media is also part, and a major part, of this corruption. They're corrupt. They lie and fabricate stories to make a candidate that is not their preferred choice look as bad and even dangerous as possible.
Here to debate it, my power panel, GOP strategist Ford O'Connell and Democratic strategist Kelly Grace Gibson. Kelly, I got to go back to that MSNBC interview because I was watching that and I'm thinking, what is she talking about? She's saying that basically journalists are disappearing. Maybe Donald Trump's going to disappear some journalists. I mean, hasn't this gotten just a little out of hand?
Yes, I mean, that's the exception, not the rule, obviously. I mean, I'm pretty sure when you think about who whines more, Donald Trump about the press or the press about Donald Trump, it's this back and forth relationship that these two entities are having. And the truth about it is that there's more news watchers, there's more people consuming news than ever before. And the biggest, with the network with the biggest viewership is right here at Fox. Last year with 1.6 million viewers, with far less on the MSNBC side. There's just more information out there, and Donald Trump doesn't care to be assessed, to be picked apart, to be looked at, and then judged, and that is the job of the news media, and he doesn't love it. And so he's not
Kelly,
a great
wait
communicator.
I do agree with you that for the mainstream media, Trump bashing has become the fifth professional sport, and it's metastasized itself into paranoia.
Right back from Trump
but hold
to
on. This began long before Trump, okay? We don't have a free political press. It's no longer objective. It is sympathetic
you have
to one political point of view. The Democratic Party is all I'm trying to tell you. They bashed Romney for saying binders full of women. That now looks like rated G out there, okay?
Just because there's something worse doesn't make that not
But the political press mocked Donald Trump before he even entered the race. They colluded with Hillary Clinton to defeat him during the election, and now they're just bashing him. Really? WikiLeaks said they were. We had many high-profile journalists who were doing that.
Kelly, let me interject. I think what he's referring to is the fact that there were emails uncovered from John Harwood from CNBC reaching out to Hillary's campaign saying, what should I ask the GOP candidate? So I think there's some fair things in there. But I want to ask you both about this because Fox News is Sean Hannity. And Kelly, you mentioned this. You know, he says that the media is committing gross malpractice with their attacks on Trump. Listen to this and tell me if you think he's got a point.
They are collectively, the news media, at war with the president because their little egos are bruised and they have been exposed. And they're waging this battle by focusing in on superfluous, non-important issues, citing unnamed sources. And the press has called this president every name in the book. Are they inciting violence by calling him racist, anti-Semitic, homophobic, a sexist, a liar, even a dictator? Because they're basically throwing around names with the hopes something may stick one day. They lie, they mislead, they distort, and they have an agenda.
You know, Kelly, Sean, I think, made some good points there.
Sure. So there are some points, but it is clouded in his own bias, in his own ego, right? So President Trump is, as his administration and as the commander-in-chief, is making changes and actions that don't sit well with a lot of people. And it's the news media jobs to understand that and put it in context for the American public. Like I said, Fox News that we're on has an immensely large viewership. And the people that watch Sean Hannity get a bent on it. And people that watch MSNBC get a bent on it. But do I think that it's the media that is contorting the president's words? I think what the media is trying to do is take his words and put it in context. And like I said, his words are a little confusing and a little mixed
Kelly,
these days.
It goes beyond that. Look, I'm all for a free political press. I think we need that. And I think bashing Trump for, say, flubbing the immigration order is spot on, or even for his controversial hire of Michael Flynn. But let's take last weekend when Hope Hicks came out there and said that Mar-a-Lago was a Southern White House. I watched reporters and producers on social media claim that there was something sinister in saying that when other presidents, including Richard Nixon, had claimed his Florida residence is the White House South. What I'm trying to say is the media is creating stories
more than any Secret Service in modern history, and it's because he goes to Mar-a-Lago instead of Camp David. He said he got bored of Camp David in 30 minutes.
So
what is that? He's the president.
The point is that you are creating stories where there are none. Stick to the real issues. Stick to what voters care about.
It's something else. The stories.
No, let me tell you what else is not. There's a whole host of issues from immigration to gun control to radical Islamic terror that when you listen to the mainstream media, irrespective of Trump, there's only one point of view on that. And let me tell you something. These are hot-button issues because there is more than one point of view, and the mainstream media doesn't want to do that.
And Fox News has the highest viewership, which makes Fox News mainstream.
Well,
everyone should abide by the same rules.
But I do want to say, can I just add to this, that those of us that work here at Fox Business and Fox News do our best every single day to bring the truth to our viewers, and we use facts here. We're not making assumptions and calling people names when sometimes it's unsubstantiated, and that's, I think, what we're seeing, because, frankly, they're looking for ratings, which they don't have because we do. So I just have to defend our network.
Well, yes, it wasn't my intention to insult the network. I'm just saying there are news outlets on both
the gross
sides.
malpractice point that you brought up, Cheryl, let me make one point.
Real quick.
We accord the press First Amendment protections, okay? But when they don't do their job, they're not immune from criticism, and they should be called back to do the job of the American people, which is to hold our political leaders accountable.
We've never been in an environment like this, media or with an administration, and this is going to continue, and we'll have to have you both back, because that was a great discussion, guys.
Okay.
Ford, Kelly, thank you very much. Woo. All right.